Good evening everyone and welcome to Apex Esports League. I'm JT and tonight we're here for round 3 of the Vive Toyota GR86 Cup. Rudskogen Motor Centre is our destination tonight, a tight and technical circuit that will be sure to keep our drivers on their toes. Tonight's format includes a 10-minute practice, 10-minute qualifying and a 40-minute race with partly cloudy conditions and an afternoon start. Track temps should be stable, but drivers will still need to manage the tyre wear, and there's a 30% fuel cap, meaning that at least one stop should be required, so strategy will come into play. Ben Faulkner now leads the series after a strong showing at Phillip Island. With plenty of racing still to go, the battle at the top is far from being settled. Last time out at Phillip Island, Faulkner took a clean sweep in what was a well-executed drive. But now we're at Rudskogen, so let's see who steps up tonight. And a quick reminder that the series champion will take home a Vive Cosmos Elite. We've also got a Vive Cosmos for the lucky draw prize. Still plenty to fight for as the series rolls on. Over for Rudskogen, it's a unique challenge. It's fast, technical, and unforgiving as well. Keeping it tight and clean through the tighter sections will be key for them getting a good result there tonight. So they're underway at practice. We'll jump trackside and see how they're going. About 18 drivers, by the looks of things, jumping into the session. Going a few times on the board. 1 minute 34, the quickest out there at the moment by Andrew Rushworth. If you're joining us for the stream, don't be shy, do jump in the chat, say hello. I appreciate everyone tuning in and supporting our drivers. Put in a lot of hard work to be able to put on a great race for us to watch. I do appreciate all the support you can give them. A few more quicker times coming through. Jacob Trainer slips in another 10th, quicker than what Clifton had done. Ryan Bunt, it's in a good amount of pace difference, just under 7 tenths. Getting times on the board. Okay, a few more drivers coming into it. There's about 22 registered for the session now. It's going to be making for an exciting field to battle amongst at Rudskogen. Ryan Bunt still holds the quickest time out there for the practice with a couple of minutes to spare. Caleb Dawson's closed down that margin, only 1/10 off now. He's coming to the pits as well. Now, series leader loading in and setting in some pace now. A little bit trickier for qualifying here tonight. I'm quite lucky with the larger circuit like Phillip Island last week, with a few drivers missing from the grid. Long weekends usually playing with attendances makes some good opportunities for the drivers that do show. There's no drop rounds in the series. So every point counts. You have to make it count. And it's really quite easy to get some track limits exceeded here at Rudskogen. There's some great spots to be able to do some excellent cuts and corners. You do have to make sure that you are glued onto all the limits of each of those corners. Good to see Jamie Tung in the series as well. They're being in the series tonight. Bunt still holds the quickest time of practice. Is that going to be a thing? Sorry, it's a sign of things to come for qualifying. That's what I get for trying to read and speak at the same time. That's Bunt that scrambles it out on track first. Jump on board for a lap around Rudskogen. It is a fun little track. Opens up for some good fun passes with the variety of corners that you have here. Drivers bringing cars back into the pits already. Things being shaken up already on the outlap. Bunt commencing the first timed lap. Track temperature is currently 39 degrees. Tyre wear's probably going to be an issue here tonight. Series leader Ben Faulkner. We're up around Rudskogen Motor Centre. Into a very tricky section for turn 1 and 2. It's being able to cut, but does really unsettle that car. A very long right-hander hairpin, rather quick. And over the crest, down the hill, down into a very long, high-speed right-hander. And double apex corner uphill. Trying to get optimal line here, staying in third. A little bit of second for some turn in. It's looking to be a pretty good lap for Faulkner. to not run off in that exit. Popping off track. Bit of understeer. Trying to get that ultimate run out of that corner. Slightly off in sector 4. That is a pole position lap 1:32.760 by Ben Faulkner. That's almost half a second gap on the other first timed laps. Well done. A very good first lap for Ben Faulkner. Fourteen times are being set now. Oh, I just noticed right in the chat there, I didn't see over there, my chat had disconnected. That's right, you can always jump across if you want, Ryan, and have a go on the commentary box midway. Wouldn't be an issue. Move you in. And welcome, Ryan.
Hello.
There's a late entrance.
Was the first round at 8:30, or am I just...
No, 8 o'clock.
Was the first round at 8:30, or am I just picking that up? Yeah. Sorry about that. That's pretty embarrassing, isn't it? Far
That's
out.
all right.
It's a good thing I'm not a professional.
I've seen some quick times out there already. Faulkner's just set a brilliant initial pole.
Yeah, it was nearly 7/10 over Caleb. Definitely not bad at all, is it?
Only got a few minutes left of the qualifying. Most drivers have been out for a few laps.
Sorry to add to the disorganisation. Would you like me to go off Discord stream for iRacing?
Ah, yes, I can activate that for you.
Easy. Thank you. I suppose it's a good thing there's only 6 people watching. No one's come across my mistake.
Not holding us to it, yeah.
So what did I miss out on last week? What were the highlights?
Very tidy race. Very tidy. We only had two of the field. That was only 1 lap down.
Yeah, right.
So very tight. And then no incidents, and yeah, it was not as exciting to not have some big crashes, but it was excellent to see. The standard of the driving and the racecraft out there was spectacular. So hopefully you'll be able to see what's going on there for you now, Ryan.
Yep, I got it. Cheers.
I've been watching Seth while I was fixing that. So currently in P17. Look at that, only 2.5 seconds, or 3 seconds even, through to P18. His times are really getting down. It's really tight. And for a track like Rudskogen, I think we're going to be seeing a pretty exciting battle tonight.
Yeah, there's definitely some long braking zones, and very tricky ones too, especially this one we're watching now. You're braking the whole way through the corners, the car just wants to step down the whole time. So if you're trying to go for a dive up there, you've got to do it the right way, otherwise you're just going to slide into them, do a 4-wheel drift, and it's just really hard to do in this little section here you got to get right. There's no markers or anything, so you're just sort of guessing and go, that looks about the point that I broke last lap. I think I'll do that again this time.
Yeah, not too many easy spots to try and pick a marker, is there?
No, really, definitely not.
Really keeps you on your toes, especially when you're getting the heat of it as well, and there's nothing easy to use as a cue. And you tend to get a few mistakes happen out there. It's probably been one of the most incident tracks I've come across at a lot of the selections. Oh, brilliant line there from Caleb. Bounces that car down through the dip at the apex.
Keeps it on the track, not getting a thing for it.
Faulkner still holding that 32.561. I'm pretty sure that was lap one's time as well. A good one to be on board for. As qualified Dunn's the last laps. Pretty sure I was watching Bunt. I don't think he'd be getting another lap in it. Oh, there's Simo.
Well, another addition to the stunts. Not quite as spectacular as last week.
That post-race jump was pretty good last week. I think it was Nick Martin giving him a quick tap. New drivers that might be on a hot lap. Cochrane's just finished up. Like McIntosh down into the last sector at the moment. Tongue's just completed. Wasn't up for a good one. Clifton's some greens. He's trying to get one last time and he's going to have to do some making up.
Puts him up. He's going into 8th now.
P8. All or nothing here for Cochrane now. Has the track to himself as well. Will there be enough time? Gonna have to dig here.
Oh, nice apex.
She's kicked right back nicely there, didn't it? It's a green. Will we see pink at the end of this one? No, so close to finishing too. 100 metres and he was there. Oh, unlucky.
Spilling.
We'll take a look at these qualifying results. Keep the car up on the screen, that's all right. So our qualifying results for round 3 of the Vive Toyota GR86 Cup at Rudskogen Motor Centre. Ben Faulkner takes pole position, and the rest of the grid will then be Caleb Dawson, Jamie Tongue, Ryan Bunt, Dan Bartish, Jacob Trainer, Todd McIntosh, Mick Clifton, Callan Hodgkinson, Jeff Arnold, Andrew Rushworth, Matthew Fook, Mark Cochrane, Nicholas Martin, Shane Newens, Andrew Martin, John Wade, David Simmons in P18. We've got 19 through 22, Seth Herman, Stephanie Piccoli, Brad Hayes, and Andrew O'Leary. Half the field has grid.
I know it's such a big gap at the top end of the field where there being nearly 7/10 between Faulkner and Caleb, but if you look down further down the field, everyone else was separated by not even a tenth between each of them.
really tight, wasn't it? Like just to nearly get to 20 cars, only separated by a few seconds. Oh, they've all grid.
Green flag.
Bunch of wheel spin off the start. Faulkner, it's funny how wheel spin seems to go to launch these cars.
You just jump that clutch and send her off. Faulkner gets a pretty good run out from the start though.
Half a second straight away.
There's a heap of gravel all the way through turn 2 as well, left over from qualifying.
Look at old Simo. Relatively clean start. We got people starting to go for a dive through this section.
Like Clifton, I don't know if he was going for a pass down through that inside of the hill.
Or maybe going for a defence.
McIntosh going for some early moves as well.
I'd be surprised if there was one car, I miss who it was, but I'd be surprised if they did not get a slow down through there. All 4 wheels on the green. Still going through 2 wide through the back.
And Jeff Arnold and Nicholas Martin doing it all through there. So Cochran was going to try and get a slip up through there as well. Door didn't quite open. A very wide line there. It was up 2. It's allowed Ewan to sneak through for a spot. What a pretty tidy train. With a nice few little passes being tucked in through the chain. That was quite impressive.
It was. All very clean. Which is not something you see very often, especially at this track.
Excellent awareness by all the drivers out there tonight. Follow on from last week by the go of it.
However, as we know, we don't like seeing that. We want to see him door banging.
See some good rubbing.
NASCAR style. Oh, look out.
Oh, slide. It's unsettled the car to the outside of the track. Oh, Netco just scraped tongue as he goes past. Oh, spin. That's Rushworth.
Oh, careful there.
Oh, that was close. Yeah, what a shocker of a corner to be stuck trying to get through there because you're off the racing line, but you got no view.
And it's blind for the people coming around the corner as well until you're right there.
Yeah, especially when there was someone going for an inside pass as well, and next thing, Rushworth's door's right in front of him. And
yeah. Definitely have to keep an eye on your relative.
a pretty impressive lead starting to be put down here. Nearly 2.5 seconds being pushed out by end of lap 2.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Standing start time for Faulkner was 37.
Not sure where she is.
Gone. There she is.
Drake and Trainer, unfortunately, big drop, losing 15 positions. Down into P21. Dawson's got Bartis closing in. Oh, Ebert squealing tyres as we switched over.
This is such a cool camera angle. I love seeing this every single one. Just seeing them showing themselves in the mirror. Just saying, I'm still here, mate.
Yeah.
Look out. Took a tight line through there and still closed in on him. That's pretty cool. As we look back through the Monster Energy Toyota 86 Cup. Did you happen to see there was at the Bathurst 12 Hour on the weekend? I think it was the number 888 car. They had the camera on the wing that you could see him getting right up and brushing the mirror on the wall, going across the top of the mountain.
No, I didn't. I have not
Didn't?
seen any of that race. We'll have to be
Yeah,
going
right.
back and checking that out. I think that would be good.
Yeah, it was definitely cool to see. I was just thinking that camera reminds me of that. So, out of context, it means nothing, but makes sense in my head, I suppose, and maybe
Yes.
to the 5 people watching.
Oh, crash for Martin. Oh, he's facing the wrong way. I think is that for out of turn 2. Yeah, it would be about turn 2 because that's pit exit. Unlucky for Martin. Big drop there. And a little bit of a blink as it gets back underway.
I was just looking at the body language of the cars there. Ben Faulkner's, it just seems to rotate really nice through there as it's trailing the brake through the corner there, whereas it looks like a lot of these other cars are pushing. Like something chronic. Especially Caleb's. Like, there, for
Oh, there we
example.
go. Door to door for an inside pass.
I don't know if that was a mistake or he saw him coming in the mirror.
Stuck for the outside for the chain. Bunt might even be able to sneak in for a quick opportunity here as well. Some of these chains around Rudskogen can really get you in a bad line for several turns. So if you go for an
100%.
opportunity, you don't get to finish that move. And the next thing, the cars lined up behind you will just see several go around. Oh, there we go. They're all lining up. 3 different lines into turn 1. They're all saying, hello, I am here still.
I think Ryan Bunt was the only one who made the apex on turn 2 there.
Just drifted out a little bit with that slipstream. Bunt got a pretty good drive out of the exit there. That car was much more stable going down through there. It's just going to be out trying to time that we can capitalise on his dive through. A few other good little battles forming up here. Arnold and Cochrane. Look like Clifton and Hodgkinson side to side. They've been swapping some positions. Oh, mistake from McIntosh has just allowed the two to catch up.
Sure, that was definitely an off-track limit.
Could potentially be.
Every time you see someone start getting shot.
Oh, he's gonna yield here. McIntosh.
Thought better of making a fight of that one.
Better to sit there and just enjoy the tow down the hill.
Notice Todd's not quite using all the road there. You notice he lost a little bit on the exit there. He didn't quite go out onto the edge of the track, so maybe that's hurt him a little bit. Well,
He
that
gets a good
definitely would have
run
hurt him a little bit there. But
Simmons,
that was a
Martin,
nice
that
move.
was very tidy. John
Not over
Hay,
yet.
Andrew,
Far out.
oh, Rushworth tucks in. Weaves through. Sticks a nose up the inside of Simmons.
Gives him the old hello there.
It's good we've seen a lot of that tonight. And very minimal car contact. It's been fantastic. Oh, the mistake for Rushworth. Simmons goes
Oh,
off.
look out.
I'm seeing so many close gaps here. 7 laps in. Quarter of the race.
McIntosh hasn't given up.
And then they're still very tight.
Now he's using the edges of the track. That's the way you do it.
Maybe watching those mirrors a bit too much.
No, keep it under the wing.
Oh,
he's going for it. Is he?
Go, Todd. Yeah, he should be able to execute this. Watch the understeer coming into the exit.
Look.
Oh, he's going to be set up for the outside for the chain, though. Hodgkinson holds. That's a tricky one to try and finish off.
Oh, he pushes a little bit wide there as well. Didn't quite make the apex. Lost a bit down there.
Better luck next lap.
All the action that's been going on down the pack, we didn't even notice that Caleb dropped the spot.
These. And I think Tongue did as well as the bunt moved up another spot. Just in P2.
Bunt's going for a move on Caleb already.
This four-way battle for second has had some good changes.
He's hanging on.
Was out on the outside, out in the gravel as well. Oh, Tongue's probably going to be able to hold that inside.
Not quite, but he's there.
Bunt was enjoying that slipstream a bit too much for Tongue to be able to slip on it.
Yeah.
And it's been a crash for Trainer. Same corner as well. Where all the gravel was down through turn 2.
Oh, look out, Caleb. It's going wide there. Oh, he's opened the door.
Bang with those gears down. Nicely done. Bunt moves up into P3. Caleb really starting to struggle at the moment.
Do these cars suffer from heating up tyres if you push them for too hard too quickly?
Yeah, it's definitely probably going to be a concern for them tonight as well. It's quite harsh on tyres at this track as it is, but it's currently 40 degrees track temp. So track conditions out there are horrendous.
Yeah, that's rough.
So
I bet they're glad they're sitting
with the
there
amount of
home.
with the amount of gravel on the track as well, upsetting the car, and then the tyre fade that they're going to be copping. It's not going to be an easy race for them.
No, you're not wrong.
Yeah, some pits coming in. Off in pit windows. Rushworth in, O'Leary in. Coley was in on lap 7. So that'll be within pit window. More cars down laps, but still reasonably tidy. Seems to be just more a few driver errors rather than driver incidents going on. Ben Faulkner's just driving ahead. 7.5 seconds over P2.
You say that, but his lap times aren't crazy different, Bartosz to Faulkner. I think it was 2/10 last lap between the two that Bartosz lost, but what was it? That was a 34
actually,
for
34. So even dropping off more. There's got to be the tyre fade, I would assume, at this point, potentially.
And it was a 34 dead for Bartosz.
Will it be worth it for tyres?
Same as fun.
I think they may be taking tyres. We're seeing some longer stops. No, 6 seconds
Maybe
for
accidentally,
Rushworth, no tyres.
It takes like 2 minutes to change tyres in these cars, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they go out and do it with the old wheel spanner, don't they?
Like the old 70s Aussie touring cars days. Nah, surely, even with the tyre fade in these cars, it'd be a mistake to put tyres on.
Yeah, I would assume so.
It'd take way too long.
No, I don't think there'd be enough time in it to what you'd save for the rest of the race. And it's just going to be more about who can manage the tyre the best.
Yeah.
Was continuing for a good while, and that's going to be the more difficult too if you're bunched up with drivers. Oh, some touch there. Martin and Wade. No, not Wade, that was Martin and Fu. Oh, and a blink as well.
Caleb Dawson pulled in the pits.
That's the first of the leaders to come in.
The other question, I suppose, with these cars would be, would you be better off staying out as long as you can so you've got a lighter car at the end? Or do you reckon you would actually get that benefit back by being in clear air? I feel like some of these guys, they'd be losing time without the draft.
Yeah, they really do well with the draft. That's probably where it may do well for Faulkner once he starts getting up to too much traffic, just to bring the car in and hope that sort of spaces it out nicely.
Yeah, but has he really come across much traffic yet? It doesn't seem like. I think the only ones that went a lap down were the ones that pulled into the pit.
Yeah, so the pit stop and where there've been a couple of offs, but
I think he's just starting to coast now. His last lap time was the 34.8.
Could be a bit of fuel conserving as well, so there's still a decent gap. Caleb Dawson, a 4.7 second stop for in the box. It's only just quick splash of fuel. 42.5 seconds total journey time. That's the quickest pit so far.
I'd like to take back my previous statement because Faulkner's just gone back out and done a 33.4.
Pushing back into it again. Set the fastest lap of the race pretty early too, a 32.8.
Yeah, that was on it. Oh, that was on the second lap, I think.
Yeah. So brilliant start. It was a clean sweep for Faulkner from round 2. So it could be on the cards tonight at this rate. Tyrrell approached to halfway. 8.5 second lead. And the car just seems to be dreamy out there for him.
Surely he does this professionally. He's way too good to just show up and drive these things.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Yes, if they show that much talent, they do it quite regularly in the real deal. But not always the case. Starting to see that really change around with the sim world starting to join out into the real world.
I was more so meaning this being the only car that he drives in game.
That could be it, definitely. If that's the case.
You know what would be a really entertaining series to run with these guys? Pro 2 trucks on road surface.
That would be cool.
Only drama you'll come across is the powerful ones you got to pay for.
Do you quite like the trucks?
They're cool on dirt, but they're even cooler on road. Because the tyres, I mean, they probably do overheat, but you don't really notice it because you're just sliding around the whole time anyway. And you're just door banging with all your mates. It's fun as. Any time that we're feeling down, we go and jump in a pro truck and just slam around with each other, do a bunch of door banging.
Yeah, well, we had that for our casual races in the end of the year break. We had a no rules race at Oran Park in the pro trucks.
Oh, awesome.
So we were just looking for shortcuts everywhere. The black flags were just getting cleared every lap. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
It's good to be able to let the hair down and really let some steam off.
Another thing we did at one point I was actually doing this with Caleb when we were back in our old team. We just got a heap of just cars that shouldn't be anywhere near a dirt track, and we took them on Wild Horse. That Wild Horse track, you know that one?
Yep.
The Queensland Raceway type thing, but with hills.
Yep.
We did that, and we had things like, I don't think we had the F1 car, but we had the Cadillac hypercar. We had the V8 supercar. Had a sprint car there too. That one didn't go very well. Heaps of cars like that just made no sense to take on a dirt track, but it was the funnest time we ever had. Anyhow, there's a race going on, Ryan. Let's focus on this. We got Faulkner, he's just done a 33-1.
Might have been listening to the stream and showing you that he wasn't going slow.
Stop it. Still fairly tight gaps across some of the people in the field.
It is. There's been a lot of position movement as well. It's really good. Oh, crash for
There's
trainer.
only 4 tenths between
Oh, and a
Ton and Bun.
toe for trainer. He's on the journey out of the pits now.
So Dawson's done a 35.1 compared to the guys who's battling with doing 34.0, 34.3, 34.6. Probably not the greatest call. However, it's the one he's made.
And in P13. So he had hit lap 10. 5 laps ago. So this stage is going to be all about whether this undercut's going to pay off for Dawson.
And might have got traffic because his last lap then was a 34.3, which was the same as the guys. But if he is catching traffic, that might have just shot him in the foot. Done a quicker first sector than most of the guys in front.
That last lap is going to be a bit concerning. The journey time was 42.5 seconds and dropped maybe about 10 spots or so. Dawson. I think they're about, 44 seconds away at the moment. 45.5 just about.
But remember that transit time, that's also accounting for the time that they're moving in pit lane.
Yeah, that's it. The full journey. And that's going to, whether they can make up as much time as they can coming down. It could be very tight, I think. Everyone's sort of just spaced out and getting into a rhythm now. They haven't really had that for a good portion of the race. So I bet you they're quite enjoying that before they got to head into their pit.
I don't know, I'm looking at the timing screen and Shane Newlands, Mark Cochran and Callum Hodgkinson's are still pretty close. They've got a second between all three of them. It's interesting the different lines that you see some people taking. I was just looking at Newland's line. I thought he went really wide on one of the corners, but he cut it really narrow on the next one. So I wonder if that's just the way that his car's set up to turn.
Could be. There's a few good ways to be able to take those as well. It's a good thing about this track. The Newlands seems to be pulling away from Cochrane. It's a very early turn in there for Hodgkinson. Really lined up that corner well, so he's got that big drive over Cochrane onto the straight. I think he's got enough to be able to get the car there into the turn one. It's going to be how difficult that Cochrane's going to make this for him will probably be the question. And rather difficult by the look of that. I dare say he's not going to let him through, but he's going to struggle through here. No, yeah. With him coming for a better run. He's not quite able to pull out just yet. We'll see if he can go for a dive. He's looking. I think he rolled back a little bit to try and follow through at the back end here.
What on earth was Newlands doing there? He was right on the inside.
I wonder if it was a slowdown. Because he seemed to drop back a bit too, because he did get a decent gap. So moved offline, shaved it off. That just made the battle for him again.
Oh, he's going for it.
Oh, banging that.
Pushes him. This is the NASCAR stuff we want. Come on.
Now it's eaten up.
There'll be a bit of fire in his eyes over that one. Looks like he's going for a redress.
Yeah, that was a redress. Nicely done by Cochrane. Didn't slow up the pace of the race. Now the two can keep back at it. No harm done.
Only bruised egos.
That's it. Here we go. Cochrane's going to try and do the move back. Lets him have it this time. Oh, I'm not sure if Cochrane may have had some rear slip there. I think there may have been some marbles on the track. Brilliant driving from these two here. I got some other gaps starting to close back in. After that tow for trainer retirement. 186 falls casualty to Rudskogen. Leader's doing. It's hard to tell that he's even there. He's just absolutely flying out there all on his own.
Just not being interesting. Great for himself. Not great for the average panel like us.
Impressive, yes, but not as exciting.
We need to bring back the safety car, I reckon.
Random safety car.
Pull the tyres off, pull the mines off.
Yeah, Cochrane and Newlands back at it again. They're having a lot of fun out there.
I don't know if they'd find it fun in the moment. They're probably still trying to get positions and attack the guys in front, but he's still like, get this guy out of the way.
Yeah.
Update for Dawson as well. He's getting held up pretty heavily at the moment.
Yeah, it's not many positions made up. That's been 10 laps since the pit and has only made up 3 spots. I mean, all the cars ahead do have to pit though. But if we're going to be expecting around 44 to 45 seconds, we'll probably expect that'll cost them more. But I don't think it's going to be enough. There's probably going to be some spots missing. He may be lucky to sneak in front of Todd McIntosh. The undercut, I don't think is going to be paying off for Dawson. It is still only early. 3/4 of the way through.
Oh, here we go. O'Leary trying to go for a dive. Yeah, he's still up against. He's still got the nose. He can't get the run off the exit, which then makes him lose the spot here. That's a right shame, that is. One more, look out!
Runs off track. There's another car off track as well. Who's that? And Cochran's just got past Hodgkinson. The mistake, obviously, for Hodgkinson. Yeah, there's an off track. Catch it on the replay. Oh, look at that. Oh, snap of the brake.
A little bit more than an off track.
Managed to just hold the car. Yeah, that's fair enough. Could have been much worse through that corner. Very nice save. Better to lose a couple of spots than to have to bin the car.
What I did see there, though, was just how much time that Caleb had actually lost pitting early. Before Callan had that big spin, I'm fairly sure Caleb was in front of him when he went into the pits, but he looked like he was probably 3 to 5 seconds behind before he went for a bit of a slide. So that looks like it's really hurt him.
Yeah, it's definitely been a bit of strategy that's not worked out tonight.
Commend him for trying. He's doing something different.
And definitely potential for it to work. There's that big risk, just depending on where you come out and what's happened in that time. Ben Faulkner pushing out nearly 16 seconds. Just after 3/4 of the way through on lap 22. Brad Hayes going to clean some tyres there in the background by the looks of that.
I was wondering what was going on there.
Or just weaving and tormenting a teammate, potentially. Oh, more movement here. Caleb Dawson battling with Callan Hodgkinson. It is, yes, so it is. Car 126.
He's on the marble, but he might get a better run as he went a little bit wider through there. Could have carried a little bit more mid-corner speed. I saw there was someone going really wide in the background. There. Oh, look out! He's got it. Was there contact there?
Don't think so.
Proper mistake by Hodgkinson.
What a quick snap and steer.
I say I didn't pick anything up, but it's not a mistake you'd expect to see him make in turn 1.
No. Yeah, there's a massive door opened.
Oh well, I'm sure he'd be happy to take it anyway.
So here we go, we've got where we might see some potential out of the undercut here. If the others start to get held up a little bit and the car's on fire at the moment. So he's made up some good spots and that's not through the others pitting yet.
Did, but he's also losing time to these guys. He was just run off the track. Not really run off the track. He tried to go for a dive somewhere he shouldn't have, and he went on the inside of the grass anyway. But I'll have a look at lap times here. 35. He's just gotten past. I was about to say he's just gotten past Cochrane there, but it looks like they swapped places again. I can't see him on screen. Just looking at the timing screen. His last lap was a 35.4, and P2 and 3 both did a 34.3. And P4.
So maybe we finish still. So he's going to sit at probably about 10 seconds behind the pack, potentially. He's got 30 seconds away from Tongue at the moment. So it could be done. The undercut might work.
He's just got past. Oh, I was about to say he's just gotten past Newlands. They're just
Look at
swapping
that
places at the
car
moment.
bouncing on the outside for Dawson. Oh, nearly gets tangled with Newlands.
Holding it.
This is not going to be where an undercut's going to help. It gets tangled with the cars.
Stop, Newlands gone.
Newland loses 2 spots.
Not a great race for Newlands at the moment, is it? Just keeps getting elbowed out.
Yeah, getting some good runs and passes, but then just ends up getting the raw end at the finish of it. Here we go, drivers coming in now. Faulkner dives. Already done and dusted. Bartish, Tongue and Bunt. Clifton stays out on track. Will need to come in unless can blast out with no stop. That could be done. 3 minutes 15. That's not even exactly 2 laps, is it? Maybe Clifton's got enough in this to be able to finish it out. Faulkner's still in the lead. 12.5 seconds. He's on the blue flags. Let's Faulkner through. Yeah,
You know what I think I'm going to start calling Faulkner? Batman.
Batman? With the Batmobile out there?
Not quite, because you're looking at him to start with, and then the next you look away, focus on something else for a split second, and then he's gone. You never see him again.
Yeah,
So if the chat ever gets
didn't work
to
too
call
well.
him Bruce.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, well, Dawson gets a free spot there from Bunt. Not sure what that was. Offline.
And no.
Maybe slow down. Cost of position.
Could be.
Bit of a gap to Tongue. I don't think there's going to be enough in it to be able to get another spot for Dawson. It'll probably be a top 5 finish.
Still not too bad for him, all things considered, with the amount of time that he lost to traffic.
Yeah, well, I really didn't expect it to come out at that spot. Started to look like he was falling back further.
Yeah. How long did those other boys spend in the pits? I can see how long they've stationary for.
43.02 total for Bartish, 43.42 for Tongue. It's 42.52 for Dawson. 42.55 for Faulkner. So 42.52 is pretty quick stop for Dawson. He was really, really aiming for an undercut.
Yeah, I'm just seeing, I can see the amount on my timing screen they were sitting stationary for. And Dawson was sitting stationary for 4.75 seconds. Jamie Tongue in front was 5.85 seconds. They were sitting stationary for another second.
Yeah.
Over Dawson.
Was this the journey that did it?
And then Bartosz was half a second more than Dawson.
This will be a white flag. 20 seconds left on the clock. He's finishing first
So
sector.
Clifton might actually do it.
He's got no choice now. He's committed. He's on the last lap. It could be a podium. It was Joshua Horton that tried to do the big save in round 1 and almost got away with it. Didn't know if anyone was going to try it again. Here's Clifton. Can he do it?
Did they try it last week?
Top 6 spots? No. Yeah, or Phillip Island. They definitely didn't have a choice.
Yeah, well, that's fair. Or would they be foot flat for 90% of the lap there?
Yeah. Yeah, she was getting up the top speed. Oh, and a crash for Andrew Martin. That's unlucky for last lap. No real battles here. That's good for Clifton, especially if he's having to conserve. He's taking it easy. He's got a lot riding on it. It's not going to be a clear one. And here's the checkered flag out for Ben Faulkner. This will probably be a clean sweep. 32.8 will still be the best lap. 2 consecutives. Land some awesome points for the championship. And to potentially become an owner of the HTC Vive Cosmos Elite VR headset. And Clifton does it. P2.
How about that?
Another podium for Bartish as well. Well done, podium finishes. Hung P4. 1 P5, so he gets around Dawson in the end, or is there a potential post-race there?
Not sure. Was it registering a contact?
There might have just been incident points at the finish, but I thought there would have been more. It might have just been a late pass. I might even see if that was a pass. We got time while they're crossing. That's post-race, so the data doesn't really help there, does it?
Oh!
That's post-race though, I think.
Oh, was it? Oh.
There's photos. Where's Todd McIntosh? Still out on track. That should be our drivers. Should be able to get some results now.
As we wait in the awkward silence.
And as it jumps across, we'll check out those results.
A couple of guys still dusting on the cooldown lap.
Still having fun out there. There we are, our race results for round 3 of the Vive Toyota GR86 Cup at Rudskogen Motor Centre. Our race winner is Ben Faulkner, making a clean sweep from round 3, so a big congratulations for that fantastic drive. And then also on the podium in P2, Mick Clifton and Dan Bartish in P3. The rest of our standings then from 4th onwards is Jamie Tung, Ryan Bunt, Caleb Dawson, Callan Hodgkinson, Mark Cochran, Jeff Arnold, Andrew Rushworth, Nicholas Martin, Matthew Fu, John Wade, Todd McIntosh, David Simmons, Brad Hayes, Shane Newans, and Andrew Martin. Then 19 through to 22, we have Andrew O'Leary, Seth Herman, Stephanie Piccoli, and Jacob Trainer. See if the guys are... Yep, they're getting ready for a chat. Ben won't be able to make it. He did tell me his mic is broken and had to rush anyway. We do have Dan and Mick in here.
Hello.
Congratulations, Mick and Dan.
Yeah, cheers.
Did you almost not get here, Mick?
No, I
How much was left in the tank?
0.2 of a lap, it said, so...
Oh, that's not too bad.
much.
Yeah, but it starts coughing at 0.1.
Yeah, it started coughing just down the back straight then.
Yeah, it's a big effort to save. Well, I was sort of umming and ahhing, but it was like, nah, I'm just going to have to stop. So keep going.
Yeah, well, I had it set over the limit, so it said I needed 2 litres. and then it said I needed 1, and then I thought, oh, I'm saving that.
Yeah, I took 3 litres, but I'm pretty heavy on the fuel. I'm no good at fuel saving, so.
Yeah, no, I let you go, and I let a few other people go, and I thought, oh God, I gotta go at some stage, and then I started overtaking them again, and then there was a bit of drama, so I just cruised home from there.
Yeah, well, it certainly worked.
Yeah. Woohoo.
Yeah,
And then I forgot Ben was even in the race.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I thought once he pitted and he come out in front of me, I thought, oh no. And then I looked how far the others were back from him, and I thought, oh well, if they pit,
Yeah, well, I thought for sure
moving up.
Ben, with that bigger lead, I thought he would have been fuel saving for sure, and just trying to run it all the way out. But once he pitted, I thought, oh well, everyone else is going to pit, so. And then you didn't, you bugger.
No, I started to go a bit harder. Then I thought, oh Christ, these other blokes are pitting.
No, it was good. That was awesome. Good race.
Yeah, good racing, peoples.
Yeah, didn't know if anyone was going to be able to do it after the attempts from round 1. So it was seemed disastrous but close. But yeah, well done for managing to pull it off.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, a bit of discipline involved. You just got to change up and not change down going into corners.
Yeah,
I was trying to ride the clutch in, but no, you can't do that around here.
And you're even on the move pretty good at the start of the race too. You were getting some good early inside lines down around the hill and made up some good spots. So you
I wasn't saving early. Only about after lap 5 or 6 I started saving. I started thinking about it then.
Change up that strategy on the fly.
Yeah.
Paid off well.
Hell yeah. Happy days. Yeah, no one was catching Ben though. Congrats to him.
Yeah, that's a massive pull away. He did apologise before the race, saying that he won't be able to jump in for the chat if he got on there, so he won't be joining us. But
if he got in there,
yeah, obviously, just pre-preparing.
Josh
had it in the bag before it started tonight.
Yeah, when you're a second a lap quicker than the next best car, you're
yeah,
it's and very rarely makes a blue.
Yeah.
Might as well just send him the trophy now.
His teammate was off this week, so hopefully next week it's his turn.
Yeah. Oh, yes, not sending him the trophy yet. He's
No.
he jumped the start. He jumped the start the first race, and then got a 40-second stop and hold. So anything can happen.
And I've got 2 podiums for God's sake. What's going on around here?
It's starting to sneak in a bit now, Mick.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's starting to tighten up at the top now, so that's good.
Yeah, it is. Well, just even from the practice and the qualifying, the times that were so tight throughout the field, it was just next to nothing going down that grid.
Yeah, well, that started the race with Ricky and Caleb there. That awesome battle with those guys. And then it was like I thought, oh, Ben's going to go anyway, so I'm just really racing these guys. So was concentrated on that, but got a rocket start, and yeah, but everyone's so good to race with in here. It's awesome.
Yeah,
lots of really trusting door-to-door stuff out there. It's great to see.
Yeah, well, that's what you need.
And Andrew, he got a bit of a turn in on it and wasn't prepared for it, and he got turned around. Oh well.
Yeah, unlucky.
Yeah, it happens.
That was 2 spots for me. Woohoo!
What was the best way to sort of get around and try and close in? Was it sticking with the toe, or was it the clean air that was out there? We were trying to figure out whether that was the best way to run around here.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just staying in behind people. If someone was pushing me, I just hopped in behind them and tried to save more juice. Tried to stick with them, but a couple of people got away from me.
Yeah, I think it depends what you're trying to do. I mean, it is a tricky track to sort of follow on, because there's some of the corners, the lines into them are really weird, and these cars, they do tend, even though they don't have any downforce, they do tend to get a lot more understeer when you're behind a car. So
yeah, and you can only stick your nose in there. You can't make a full move with these corners.
Yeah, it's you've really got to commit to making the move, and hope the guy on the outside doesn't turn in on you.
And then a few of those trickier chains as well, where you line up one move, and if you can't get it executed through that short corner, you're done for the next free.
Yeah, well, that's right. Once you, especially around that back section of the track, once you lose the momentum there, or you can't get that, you're like on a more narrow line, you just can't carry the speed through there. So the whole idea with these cars is you got to keep the rolling speed up on them. So
especially uphill.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the best one is you just got to dive them down on brakes. That corner, the right hander at the bottom of the hill, the sort of hairpin. That was the spot. You just dive hard on brakes down there.
Yeah. Yes. Can I just thank my sponsors?
You sure can. We can let you go, Mick.
Yep. Abbey Timber, Primer Wheels, Box and Lock Storage in Orang, Modern Deck, and Accelerate Sim Racing. Awesome team.
Awesome. Thanks, Mick. Congratulations.
And Apex Esports League as well. Sorry.
Appreciate it, Mick. Over to you, Dan.
Thanks. So thanks to the guys at ETS Motorsports, Eastern Tour Services, Big Matt's Computer Services, and of course to me old man who will be watching along. And he'll give me the rundown tomorrow when he rings me and gets up me for all the things I did wrong.
Excellent. Thanks, Dan. Congratulations.
I beat him.
You did beat me. I'm gonna have to. He'll be on me. He'll be on me tomorrow about learning how to fuel save now.
Yeah. All right, have a good one.
Well done, fellas. Congratulations and best of luck at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, boys.
Thanks, JT.
Cheers. Yeah, well, what a race. That's fantastic racing and we saw there, Ryan.
Yeah, it definitely was, wasn't it? Always something going on.
It did. Nearly 15-second finish in the end, but a good fuel save podium for Mick. Always makes a good finish for us to see, try and mix it all up right at the finish. But looking forward to next week, see what they do as well. So there might be more fuel saving on the cards again now that they've seen a successful podium.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when did Mick start? He started in, what, 8th, 9th? He was up 6 spots. That's his second podium for the season, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Big game for a late strategy change, so look out for
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Might be some more shuffling on the standings coming into round 4.
Yeah, that's awesome. Can't wait. Where's the next track?
Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. So it's going to be another good fast technical track. So it's going to be an exciting one to be door banging once again.
I don't actually think I've driven that one before.
It is a good fun one.
Sweet. Well, I can't wait to watch it then.
Yeah. Before we wrap up, thanks again, Ryan, for jumping in the box. Even if it
no
is
worries.
late, it's
being
always welcome.
Cheers. It's fun being here. Thanks for having me.
Yep. No worries.
Sounds good. See you half an hour late.
Yep. See you at 8:30 next week.
Gotcha.
And that wraps up round 3 of the Vive Toyota GR86 Cup. A big congratulations to Ben Faulkner on taking the win tonight. And then joining him on the podium is Mick Clifton in 2nd and Dan Bartosh in 3rd after a well hard-fought race. And then next up, we head to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. It's a good high-speed circuit that always delivers close racing. It's going to be another big test for the field. You don't want to be missing that one. You can catch it live next week at 8:05 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. If you haven't already, hit follows to get notified when we go live. All our full race broadcasts are also available on our YouTube channel. You can keep up to date with standings and results on our socials. A big thanks for everyone tuning in tonight, and also a thank you to our sponsors and partners. Pagnian Advanced Simulation, Next Level Racing, Vive, Fanatic, Dubby, Razor, Stump Grinding Central Coast, and Chubby Buns Burgers. Appreciate you all tuning in and see you next time.